Hello, welcome. In this video, we're looking at the structure of the basic unit of matter and the nature of the subatomic particles within them. So from this cricket ball to us humans, or even the bridge, if you look deeper, you see that everything is made up of atoms. So how big is the atom? Well, imagine placing 500,000 atoms next to each other like this. Well, it would only be as thick as a human hair, and by thickness I mean the width. So the radius of the atom, which is measured from the center of the atom, is like dividing 1 meter by 10 billion, which is 10 to the power of minus 10, which means the atom is really small, and you have to know this for your exam. Given how small the atom is, it's amazing to know that it has even smaller subatomic particles, and they are the protons, neutrons, and electrons. And for your exam, you have to know where they are, how much they weigh, and their charge. So here is a hydrogen atom. Let's try answering the where can it be found question then. In the center of the atom is a nucleus, and within the nucleus we have a proton and a neutron. But the electrons are found outside of the nucleus in shells. So we've established how small the atom is, but how much do you think it will weigh? Well, the mass of protons and neutrons is this number. If you want to know how small that is, that's like taking 1.7 grams and dividing that by, well, 1 trillion, take one of it and then divide it by 1 trillion again. Really light and very difficult to remember. But just like 100 centimeter equals 1 meter, scientists decided to call this number 1 AMU, which means atomic mass unit. And don't worry about what that means, just remember the number 1. So the mass of the proton is 1 atomic mass unit. Neutron is also 1, but the electron is even smaller, which is like taking 1 atomic mass unit and dividing that by 1,836, which is 0.0005, which in exam you can call small or negligible, but I always advise my students to learn this number. The relative charge is the part that confuses my student, but it's really simple. This is how I remember it. The electrons are very bad, so they are negatively charged. The protons, well, they've got P in it, so that's positively charged. And the neutrons are neutral, so they have no charge. Now, this brings us to a very important point. Because the protons are positively charged and the neutrons are neutral, the overall charge of the nucleus is positive. But atoms themselves have no overall charge, and that's because the number of protons equals the number of electrons, so they balance. In summary, the atom has 3 subatomic particles, the protons, neutrons, and electrons, and the protons can be found in the nucleus, has a mass of 1 and a charge of +1. The neutrons are also in the nucleus, mass of 1 and no charge. But the electrons are found outside the nucleus in shells, has a mass of 0.0005 and a charge of -1. Well, this brings us to the end of this video. It may look a bit confusing, but just watch it a couple of times and you should be okay. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe to our channel if you haven't, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.